Hi guys, so today I'm going to be talking to you about my first day of junior year. So first off, in the morning it didn't turn out so good because I set my alarm for 6:30 in the morning because I do take a while to get ready sometimes. But then my mom ended up waking me up at 6:50 and then I'm just like, 6:50? And she's like, yeah, it's 6:50. And at first I wanted to believe that it was 6:15, but it ended up that, please tell me that I'm not the only one that does this, but I set my alarm to 6:30 p.m. instead of a.m. and I was just like freaking out because I take a really long time to get ready. So I just jumped out of bed and I ran to the bathroom and I was in like a super bad mood because I knew that I was gonna be late and my friends were coming over by like a certain time, so I needed to be ready by the time that they got home, or else it'd be like really weird and I'd just be like not ready and I'd just be like out of it. So then that ended up happening. I was over here like with my hair like half done. I didn't even like straighten it all the way. It was still like wavy in the inside and I was just like really mad. And when my friends came over, I wasn't even done with my like makeup at all and I was like barely getting started. So I was like, I'm so sorry guys, like I'm not ready yet. Just like I was about to tell them like you guys can leave, but I don't want to show up to school alone, so I just had them wait for a little bit. So as soon as I got to school, I was just like 200% over this day. Like I just don't want to do it. I get straight A's. Like my goal is to pass every single class. So when I got in, I saw a lot of faces that I haven't seen in a while, and you know, I just said hi and everything. And there's papers like posted around like all around school, and that's like where they let you know where your alpha station is going to be. And basically your alpha station is where you get your schedule, and that's what I'm going to be talking about right now. So I got my schedule and these are the classes that I have. I have 7 classes, but I have like 8 in total because I have like 1 unscheduled, which means I don't have a class for that period. My school, it's like divided like it's like block schedule. I have odd days and I have even days, and I just like switch off. Like I don't have all my classes in one day. These are basically just the classes that I'm gonna have for like the whole year. I have English 5-6, life management, which is home economics, and it's really fun because we're gonna be cooking and I love cooking things and I love eating, so it's great. AP Psychology, and you guys know that I want to be a psychologist for when I get older. Geometry 1-2, Chemistry 1-2, US History, unscheduled period 7, so I don't have a class for that period. And then for 8th period, I have Spanish 3-4. Since I have a block schedule, tomorrow I am going to have 1, 3, 5, and 7. So then the next day I'm going to have classes 2, 4, 6, and 8. That's basically how my schedule and my school works. You get used to it after like a month of school. So as I was walking into classes and stuff, I saw a lot of my friends, like I have friends in each class, and I'm so happy about that because I thought I was going to be a loner and not know anybody in class. I'm just really happy because I have 3 classes with my best friend Allie. And honestly, I feel bad for those 3 teachers because they are not going to like me and Allie together. We talk way too much. So then I finally got to my class, which is Geometry 1-2, and you guys are probably wondering like, I thought you're a junior, why do you still have geometry? Well, I get this question a lot, and this is why. I'm going to explain to you guys. In 8th grade, I had pre-algebra, when most people just went to straight algebra in 8th grade, but I had pre-algebra, so then that means freshman year, I had algebra, and then I was not good at algebra at all. I just did not get it, so I failed the 2nd semester, and I had to retake the whole class sophomore year, which was last year, and I almost did not pass, but I passed with barely like 1 point with a C, so I was so happy. So now in junior year I have Geometry 1-2. So now that that's cleared up, I got to my seat and I was actually really happy because I love my teacher, because I had her last year for algebra for like maybe like a quarter or something, but then like my whole classes got changed around, so then I got a whole different other teacher, and so now I have her for the whole year, and I'm really happy because she's really nice to me and she's really pretty. So I got into that class, I sat down and everything, and I caught a boy staring at me, but he's a sophomore, so he kept staring at me and I'm just like, hi. It was getting to the point where he was like kind of creeping me out because the teacher was talking and I was just there like, can this class be over yet? And then he's like staring at me like this, and I'm just like, and he's there still like, and I'm here feeling really awkward, and finally he just says, hey, I'm Adam, and I'm just like, hi, nice to meet you. And I just didn't really think anything about it, and I just like kept listening to the lecture that my class was giving. Out of nowhere, he like, the class is completely quiet and he makes this comment. He's like, oh, you're Idols BDXLYT, right? And I'm just like, yeah, I didn't know you followed me on Instagram. Like, I was getting so weirded out. I wasn't trying to be mean to him at all. It felt like so awkward because he like knew me and I had no idea who he was. And towards the end of class, he just sees me like this, like because I'm like really bored. And then he sees my bracelet here, which says Mason, and he's just like, oh, hey, who's Mason? And the whole time that we were talking, his face was like really blush. And so then he's like, oh, who's Mason? And I'm just like, oh, that's my boyfriend. We've been together for a year and 2 months today because it's the 3rd. And then he's just like, oh. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, oh, well, I couldn't do that. That's way too long. And I'm just like, okay. And the bell rang and I was just like, thank you, Lord. I need to get out of this class. He was like so weird, and I'm so happy because we're going to be switching up seats like in 2 weeks or something like that. And I'm just like thanking the Lord because he was like, I don't want to be mean or anything, but he was like so weird and like he was like making me really uncomfortable. So then I left and I was just like, okay. And I was on my way to my next class and I'm just there casually and my face is like this. Like seriously, if you saw me, you'd think that I'm the meanest person ever just because my face. I was just like this the whole time, just walking. But that's like actually just my face and like my mood. I don't really know. Some like chunty like ratchet girl just like looks at me and she's just like, and I'm just like, do I even know you? Like, who even are you? Girls always like give me these stares and they're just like, and I'm like, can I help you? Like, then when I was looking at my schedule, I thought for 5th period I had US history, but I actually had chemistry. And then I have regular history. I don't have AP history. So I walked into AP history thinking that that's the class that I was supposed to go to next, but actually I was supposed to go to chemistry. So I walked into the wrong class and I was looking for my name on the seating chart, and then I asked my teacher like, oh hey, where's my name? I can't find it. And he's like, oh, seems like your name isn't on the roll yet. And I'm just like, oh okay. And then he makes me sit in the back of the room like on a tall stool, so like everybody's staring at me, and I'm like, hey guys, talking to the girl in front of me, I'm like, is this AP history? And then she's like, yeah. And then she's like, let me see your schedule. And then she's like, you're supposed to be in chemistry right now, not US history. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm so dumb. And at the end of class, I told my teacher, I was like, sorry, I thought I was supposed to be in history right now, but I actually have you for this class now, and I was supposed to be in chemistry this class. And then he's like, oh, it's okay, just go to your chemistry teacher, get your things, and just tell him that it was a misunderstanding, and then just come back. And I was just like, okay, cool. And then so I got back to the class and it was just like whatever. So then finally it was 8th period, and then it was the last class of the day, and it was Spanish 3-4, and the guy was so chill. Like I completely loved that class, and I knew so many people in that class. They're like, hey, and I was just like, hey. Overall, besides those like little awkward and rude events, I would say that junior year was pretty cool. Well, the first day at least. But yeah, just let me know how your guys' first day went in the comments down below, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.